Dante, I guess you've probably seen these quarterbacks during a scrimmage situation under a lot of pressure, and how do you expect them to react once they're out there and they're exposed and they're taking hits and all that? How do you think they'll respond to all that pressure?
I think they'll react in the right way. I don't think that there's going to be any pressure on those guys coming out and playing. I've seen both AJ and Philip since they both got here. Both those guys have improved a lot. They both bring different aspects to the game. But as far as I can see, we're not sure which quarterback's going to be starting. But whichever one we have, I'm going to have all confidence in the world in them.
As a leader for this defense, how do you make sure that the other 10 guys out there aren't buying into all this hype that you guys got to go out there and make it happen?
Just each and every day being in the meeting room, and then before we go out in the field, and the way we practice. Nobody's been nonchalant in any way. During fall camp or since we've been practicing, since we've been out of camp. Everybody's in the meeting room. Everybody's watching extra film. They're learning that extra thing that they didn't learn, in the spring. So everybody's still learning, everybody's still working. Everybody kind of realized, that might have been what happened to us last year. A couple of guys maybe got too excited about what everybody else was thinking instead of, what we were doing out there on the field, or worrying about, trying to get to the next level and worrying about things that we couldn't control at the time right now. But, right now I don't see any signs of that.
How important is it to instill that work hard nature, go in there, watch the extra film and stuff like that? How important is it to instill that this month? Because once the season comes, it becomes pretty much second nature.
You got to practice early habits, and that's something that we all kind of preached on. A lot of the veteran guys, Barrett and Vallejos had the offensive line in there, 30, 40 minutes before each camp practice, making them learn, what to make calls and how to make calls. And me and Courtney Upshaw has been taking some of the younger guys in there to kind of learn and watch technique that coaches sometimes don't have time to do out there on the field because we're moving so fast. So getting in the film room right now and learning how to watch film, more or less on how to do things. Because once season starts, we don't have time. We don't always have time to go back and watch film on practice. So you got to come in and learn from the mistakes you made the day before, so that you'll be ready to go out there Saturday and do it.
How much have you seen yourself grow since the injury, Dante, to where you've become a better player and now the leader of this defense?
It's been a long process. Like I've always said, coming in trying to replace a guy like Rolando and Javier. I mean, it's a tough job, and then let alone having a bum knee doing that. Trying not to be hypocritical about things. Trying to make guys finish and telling them to run and get to the ball and things. That was something I lacked at. But, ever since, the 8A game since the spring and especially during fall camp, I've kind of stepped up and took that role on since, I don't have any liability back on the knee thing or anything. Even, it's 110 degrees outside and we're still out there running. I can't tell somebody to do something that I'm not doing. That's not the case. Those are traits of a good leader. And I want my teammates to look up to me and respect me. And me doing that in the same way. I mean, you can't ask somebody to follow you. You're being hypocritical. So, hopefully I've stepped in and I've done my job.
One more.
There's so much experience on this defense. How much further along are you guys than you have been in the previous years that you've been a part of?
I feel like we're right up on track to where we was in the 09 season. Last year we kind of had guys that was not as mature as we liked them to be. Didn't know the defense as well as we wanted them to. So we was we couldn't be able to call the defense and some of the blitzes and some of the covers that we wanted to do because some of the younger guys didn't exactly know what to do. But now it's not the case. Those younger guys are calling out the calls before we even get them now. D. Milner's doing a great job. Phelan Jones doing a great job. Dre Kirkpatrick's doing a great job. Quan Minnie's doing an excellent job. All those guys, they kind of stepped up and, they know what we expect from them. They know the plays. So we can call anything in our arsenal now. And that's what's really going to help us out this year.
Hey, real quickly, what does Saturday mean with the emotion that went through here earlier in the year and the storm, and now to turn the page and get the fans focused on something else? What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. you know, aside, you know, just aside from us, I mean, this is kind of what we've been working on all camp, you know, having something as tragic as that happen, you know, in Tuscaloosa. I mean, you know, it's not a lot that we can do right now. You know, it's going to take time to rebuild Tuscaloosa, and we know that. But, you know, hopefully, you know, these weekends that we have home games here, to, you know, to be able to take something off their mind a little bit. You know, maybe that win will give them that extra boost to get through what they have to get through. I mean, it's not a lot, but, you know, it's as most we can give them right now.